welcome to Monday Night Sketchy, formerly known as Monster Mondays.
Formerly known.
Form of
a Monster Monday.
Hey, it's not Monster Monday, but it is Sketchy Live. Welcome to Sketchy Live. I am Johnny Jalopy, your doodle guy
Extraordinaire.
Okay.
You can say it.
All right. And with me, as always, is holding it all together, the linchpin, if you will.
Which I now know what a linchpin is.
Ity-B. What's up?
Hey.
How
guys.
are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Have you recovered?
Recover from what?
Your crazy weekend.
We did have a crazy weekend. It was so much fun.
Soup dupe
on Saturday. We went up to Old Town.
Mm-hmm.
And
don't jump all the way into it.
I'm jumping into this because we got the car out. We literally, when did you get the car back? Thursday?
Yeah.
I think it was Thursday. That was your day off.
Yeah.
So we literally got the car back on Thursday.
Literally.
Had her up and running, and she did great.
Yeah, she did really good.
Up in Old Town. So, I don't know if you guys have seen the photos. We had that posted on Johnny's page. So, but let's talk about what today is.
So today is, it is Monday. Sketchy Live.
What else is it?
But it's also one of my artist art heroes.
Someone who paved the way.
Yeah, well, but just he's the person
you always looked up to him. Had respect.
Very much looked up to. George Trosley.
Yes.
From Cartoons Magazine. It is his birthday today. He is
74.
74.
Wow.
He looks great. At least pictures I've seen of him.
Good.
And still cranking them out. Amazing cartoon art. So tonight I did this rendering of a mashup of a Crash and Bernie car during Ink October, and I'd like to redo it. And then I want to add some stuff I didn't get to add.
A little bit of a tweak, if you will.
So usually Crash and Bernie, they usually the cool cartoon you would see before their cartoon would start is up in the top, as you'd see their intro to their name. It would be a picture of this dragster with a Volkswagen Bug glued to it, and they're inside that car. And then there's another one where they're backing like a chopper that's kind of got some big tires in the back out of a van, their van. Mm-hmm. And I thought, how cool would it be then to do the mashup of the chopper, dragster, van mashup.
Nice.
So that's what we have.
This is what lives in his head, guys. This is what lives in his head. So it is a Crass and Bernie.
Yeah, so I have, so this is my happy birthday to George and the big JGT, if you will, George Trosley. I don't think it is. But
it's GT.
Trosley. So, this is my little nod to him, and a huge fan of course, this cartoon as well. These guys are always building crazy machines out of nothing.
Right.
So we'll get into that. So that's what we're doing tonight.
Cool.
We're going to do a little tribute, happy birthday, and also a little wacky cartoon.
Fun.
Yeah. So I've already done a pre-draw from the pre-draw that I did before.
You did in October.
With some tweaks I want to add to this to make it different than so it's not the same. Like I'm just redoing that.
Right.
Okay. Good.
So let me tell you who we have joining us tonight, because we have some peeps. We have some peeps tuning in.
Yeah.
We've got Draco tuning in.
Well, of course, Draco Cycles,
of course, all the way from Georgia. We've got Julie Anderson tuning in all the way from Seattle. Bobby Theriault is joining us. Hello, Bobby.
Hello, Bobby.
Lizzie Daughtry is joining us.
Hello, Lizzie. I don't know why all of a sudden we have accents.
I don't know. Spud Anderson is joining us from Seattle.
Spud.
Wife Julie, I just announced. So Spud and Julie.
Nice.
And what's funny is I bet you they're probably not watching on the same device. They always seem to watch it separately, but
yeah, they may not be.
And Julie says, "What a beautiful Monday." It is. Today was actually a pretty nice day outside. I was stuck inside, so I didn't really get to see much of it. A little warmer here. We had a cold snap over the weekend, because it did rain, which we'll get to because that's part of my story.
And you're sticking to it.
I am sticking to it. We've got Jerry Amaral joining us. Good evening, he says. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Kat Ruiz.
What's up, Kat?
Kat,
we haven't really seen Kat for some time. Not that we haven't.
No, I've been seeing her stuff.
Yeah.
She's been super busy.
Yes.
She's like a eyebrow.
I guess I meant more along. I haven't had a chance to check out all the stuff because she looks like she's really busy.
She is really busy.
Yeah.
And holding it all together.
Yeah.
I don't know how she does it. Amazing stuff. Amazing artist, but she's now doing permanent makeup stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, like tattooing. So.
That's art. That's art as well.
It is art. It is art. It's almost more important because it's on people's faces.
It's on people's faces.
Faces.
I guess there's no alt delete for that.
No, there is not.
Or
you gotta. Yeah, you can't erase and transform on someone's
transform face.
Form of an eyebrow. You can't.
No.
Oh, that was something else. That's not Transformers. Transformers is more than meets the eye.
Why is the Transformers like Kermit?
I don't know. Don't they do it like when they do the song in the beginning? Mm-hmm. Transformers, robots in disguise.
Yeah,
but they don't say it in a normal voice.
But I don't think they say it like Kermit the Frog.
They kind of do. Do not spit your drink.
That was almost. I almost launched that. That's hilarious. I'm gonna say no, they don't.
Before we go tonight, I'm playing you the Transformer, and it's
that'd be great. We'll have to
Transformers.
We'll have to make sure that we
more than meets the
I don't think it's Kermit the Frog.
You think that sounds like Kermit?
I think everyone would say it sounds like Kermit.
What did I last Google? So in my Google search, the last thing I Googled was, I have my Morgan vinegar to Kent with that.
What? I have... Stop moving. I can't read it. I have my Morgan vinegar Kent with that. What were you Googling?
I don't know what I was trying. I probably was trying to say it. That's so funny. I don't even know what Morgan vinegar is.
I don't either.
Transformers song. Is there a song?
There is a song, of course, but again, don't play it.
It's the theme.
Transformers theme, Arrival to Earth, the Transformers theme, and others.
It'd be the cartoon, not the movie.
Oh, Transformers cartoon?
Yeah.
Theme song.
Because we don't want the movie, because then it's going to be like Mark Wahlberg.
Oh.
Doing a Marky Mark version.
Would it be from 1986? Oh, here it is. Let's see.
Today is the day to get.
Oh,
that's totally Transformer.
This is Aspen Dental, which, how funny, I'm getting the ad because that's my dentist. Okay.
I don't think it's that funny because...
Let's see.
You're going to get us kicked off. It'll kick us off.
Why?
You can't play copyrighted music.
It's not. It's just a clip.
It's copyrighted music.
Well, how am I supposed to tell everybody? Mm-hmm. They're going to have to look it up.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I think everybody knows.
He's not letting me play it. But I'm telling you right now, it sounds very Kermit-like. It's very robotic. More than meets.
That is not a robot. That's
kind of.
Kermit.
I'm doing the hands. It's a robot. Nobody can see me.
Nobody can see you doing the hands.
If you could see me doing it, you wouldn't be like, oh, that's Kermit. You'd be like, oh, that's a robot of Kermit.
All the more reason we need that second camera.
Oh, my God. Jim Pollan is tuning in. Hello from Hobo's
Hot Rod Garage.
In Horseheads, New York. Welcome, welcome.
What up, what up?
We've got Alex Couturon joining us. Good evening, everyone. Russ Randall is tuning in.
The Randall.
No longer from Woodertown. We've got James Myers representing the Myers Group. And it's so funny because he says hello from the Myers family. He knows we don't call them the Myers family.
Yeah.
We call them the Myers Group.
But I'm pretty sure he's always said the Myers family.
He has. He does every time. I don't know if he likes the Myers Group.
I don't think he does.
It sounds like a law firm. Alex is tuning in from Brooklyn, Michigan.
Myers, and Myers.
Yes, sir.
For
Dave Dotterer is tuning in. Happy Monday and happy belated birthday, Johnny.
Well,
yes.
Thanks.
Johnny
He
had a birthday from Thursday when his actual birthday was, all the way through to, I'm going to go ahead and say today, because you still have 2 cupcakes in there that you have not eaten.
I'm surprised they made it through the day. I
told you I am back on watch them on I eat.
Yeah.
I can't say the D word. Yes, so he's had quite the run. You don't think so?
As I heard you did.
I did.
Plural.
You've had quite the birthday run. Lou Linder Jr. is joining us. Good evening, guys.
What's going on?
The McCoys are joining us. Brian and Lisa. Good being from the big village of Maurice. Spud says, hey, Johnny, we've been friends for 7 years, according to Facebook. Happy Friends-iversary.
Friends-iversary, pal.
That's right. 7 years.
Has it been 7 years, though?
7
years
that correct,
since
we first met them on a cruise.
Is that correct, though?
I would assume so. 2014. That makes sense.
Okay.
We went on our first cruise in 2010. That was our first cruise together.
Okay. Then that's, yeah. Then, hey, Facebook, way to go.
And I'm pretty sure they friended us right away after. Maybe even on.
It might have been during, because
might have been during.
It was a fun time.
We had so much fun.
It was a fun time.
Julio Hernandez, hello from San Jose, California. Welcome,
What's
sir.
going on? It was piano bar fun.
It was piano bar fun with the Andersons. Alex says, happy birthday, George. Is he on your friends list?
I would bet no.
Did you ask to be his friend? Is he on Facebook or social media?
I'm sure he is. But why would he want to be my friend? He's a legend.
Okay. Well, there are other legends that have befriended you. True or not? True. Don't even. You have legends. Billy Zamet is tuning in. Welcome, sir.
What's going on?
Alicia Allen, hello from Indiana.
Howdy.
Mama Wood puts, hello, everyone. Mama and Tim are in the house, and it's Haus. House. Robert Spear is tuning in. Me, I'm here. Happy birthday from New Jersey.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. DCCF is tuning in. Good evening to all. Hi, Ity-B. Hi, Johnny. Tuning in from France.
Viva
la France. Mike Smith's tuning in. Hello from Wisconsin. Welcome.
Hey, what's going on? Wisconsin. That's great. So you
in the house.
What was the name again?
Mike Smith.
Mike Smith, okay. Maybe they've listened. Maybe he's a fan or listens to our buddies there, Arlo and Captain Bob in Wisconsin Hot Rod Radio.
Perhaps.
Shout out to those guys.
Perhaps, Mike, if that's where you heard about us, let us know. Julie says we are going to be from Everett, just north of Seattle. We bought a house.
Oh!
Yay!
Very cool.
Send pics.
Congrats.
How fun. Good for you guys. We've got Raphael VW watching.
Wappa, Mofongo Power.
That's right.
Right.
Raphael, I have to say, now we appreciate every like, every share, every love. Raphael VW shares our broadcast every week in pretty much every language. Every Volkswagen site, every car site he can put it on. I mean, we're talking like 50 shares. Crazy how he's getting the word out. So we are so thankful, Raphael. We're thankful for all of you that do that and share and talk it up, because we love what we do and we hope that other people love it too.
Yeah, for sure.
But we want to make sure they know about it. So continue to like, love, and share. We are thankful.
We got all kinds of pipes coming out of this thing.
You really do.
It's all kinds of pipes.
It's a bouquet of pipes. Pete McKee is joining us. Yo, sup, from Philly.
Sup?
He just put sup from Philly, representing Philadelphia in the house.
Nice.
Bob Hollett from California. He says hello.
What's going on?
Actually, he said hi. Terry Smith checking in from
you
Oregon.
added hello when he said hi?
He said hi.
Do not be.
I know. I'm sorry. I paraphrased. I actually made it longer. We've got Peggy Randall tuning in as well.
Alrighty. Separate as well?
I don't know if they're on separate devices. It's possible. It's possible. Sergio Pontarolo is tuning in. Hello. He says hi. I'm from Brazil.
Well, hey.
I love you and Ian.
Oh, thanks, man.
Jerry Amaral said more than meets the eye. Alicia's laughing. This must have been back when I was singing. Hank said more than meat in your pie. Jeez. Raphael said Mofangazoo pow. He says, greetings, family. I hope you're well. Always a pleasure to watch what you do. It's what I like, the talent you have, Mofongo power.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
The McCoy said Lisa's nephew is down from Houston with us tonight.
Oh, hey, Lisa's nephew.
So we have him strapped down with his eyes wired open like on Clockwork Orange, so he has to watch with us tonight.
Nice.
Oh, great. We're now forcing people
to
watch.
We'll take it.
However we can get it.
That's right.
Robert Burnett is joining us. He also says, sup.
Sup.
Justin Weir is joining us. Good day. Checking in from the Great White North. Now, Justin, if you recall, and he did not write this, but I'm going to tell you this, he is the Aussie from Canada.
That's right.
Right? He didn't even say it. Justin, you did not even say it, but I remembered who you were.
It's hello, mate. Hey.
Hey. Hello, mate. There you go. He says, love your banter and singing. And he put the singing in quotes.
Oh, wow.
That wasn't my voice. That was the Transformer voice.
Oh, it wasn't your voice?
No. Brian Fye said, Trosley, Volkswagen Drawing. Yes, if you're just joining us, this is a nod to George Trosley's Crass and Bernie cartoon or comic. Would you say comic or cartoon?
It's a cartoon. Well, it's a comic within a. It's a cartoon within a comic within a cartoon.
There you go.
I don't know. It's a comic strip in Cartoons magazine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it is a cartoon. That's what comic strips are cartoons.
That's true.
It really is.
You really can't get anything past
You really can't. I'm a wizard. Robert Spears said, Peter Cullen is the voice of Optimus Prime, the voice in the intro, not Kermit the Frog. Well,
right?
I'm just saying, when I hear it, that's the voice I hear, is Kermit.
Autobots.
Joe Burdett is joining us. Johnny Jalopy and Ity-B. Good evening from Joe's Garage in, is it Ceresco? I always ask. Ceresco, Michigan. Like, I feel like that first C is really pronounced as an S because Ceresco doesn't sound right. Ceresco, Michigan. Michael Allen is joining us. He says, hello. Jerry Amaral said the D word, LOL. Yeah, I'm not allowed to say it. I'm not allowed to claim I am on a diet.
My God, really?
I am watching what I eat.
There you go.
Making better choices.
You're going to be way more successful in doing that.
Hank said Johnny has had quite the runs. Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, Russ Randall said they are in Watertown tonight for now.
Wow.
All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. Rex Kaiser. I like that name. Rex. Man, that's cool, Johnny. I'm from Quinter, Kansas. Happy birthday.
Well, thanks.
Look at all these late birthday greetings
I'll take
getting.
them.
Hey. And not to mention how many people commented not only on my post.
There was so many and I couldn't. I feel
respond
horrible.
to every
I feel
single
horrible
one.
because I really.
You should. Those people took time out.
Wow, thanks. Because I kept saying that they went to all the trouble of even saying that.
I know.
And I couldn't.
You could. Had you taken the time, it's fine.
I still would have been there. What?
Famous people problems.
Oh, shut up.
Lane Kelton is joining us.
That's why I gave the big shout out.
Lane is waving.
Laney Kelt.
Rex said, loved watching you on Full Custom Garage.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thanks for tuning in. Ian is amazing. Quite the master. Johnny's had the privilege of working side by side with him and watching him work and watching how his brain works. And then the two of them together with Johnny's eye for things and design, and then Ian just sticking to that design and doing so. Oh my gosh, it was just so fun to watch. I know Johnny really enjoyed being a part of it. Hank said, "Bird is the word." I could probably do that in a Kermit voice as well, but I won't. Raphael said, "Thanks, love." Well, we appreciate you. Draco said, "Everybody's heard about the bird." Robert Spears said, "Philly, yo." We've got Maddie Bunce tuning in. Matt Bunce from right here in Florida with us. Hello, sir. Hope you are well. Hank said, "I said howdy." He said hi. Howdy, hi. Rex said, "I liked watching you on Full Custom Garage."
You didn't even get the reference, did you?
No, I didn't. What's howdy, hi?
Paul Revere. Beastie Boys.
Oh, yeah. What does Paul Revere have to do with the Beastie Boys? Wasn't he the one that wore the coon cap?
That's not Paul Revere. That's Paul. That's not Paul Bunyan either.
Who is it? Paul Bunyan was a lumberjack.
Right.
But he was giant. Wasn't he one of the Giants? Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, he played for the Giants.
Was he like the Green Giant?
Yeah, he was jolly and green.
Who was Paul Revere?
He's the one that was the
He's a
tooth by during the Civil War. I'm sorry, not the Civil War.
Like Lewis and Clark era?
No.
Oh. You know I don't know history.
And now you're making me.
You're getting all confused.
It's when we fought the British.
Okay.
Paul Revere was the one that rode the horse.
Okay, they all rode horses. That really doesn't stand out to me.
To let them know there would be oneth by...
He didn't wear
oneth by land, twoeth by sea is how they would attack. And they had the lights up in the tower.
Oh, Braveheart.
Not Braveheart!
Anywho.
Oh my goodness.
I revere Paul Revere.
Oh, jeez.
Matt says...
Anyways, we were talking about the Beastie Boys. We weren't talking about...
Yeah, well, what does Paul Revere have to do with the Beastie Boys? Is what
It's
I'm
a
asking.
song.
Oh, okay. Do I know it?
Probably not.
In it, it says, "I said howdy, he said hi."
Mm-hmm.
What is howdy ho? Howdy ho. What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
It's a blur. It's a blur. Matt is saying hello to everybody. Hope all is well for you all. We are great. Draco said, "Put another polar bear steak on the Barbie."
Yeah.
Oh, in Canada. Robert Spear said, "Banter, kind of like that podcast you were on, Banter, Besker, and Banthamil."
Hey!
A Mandalorian podcast.
That was a great podcast. If there was only somebody from that podcast, it would be here.
Robert, I was scrolling through channels yesterday. What did I stop on, Johnny?
You watched the Last Jedi.
I don't think it was.
It was The Last Jedi.
The next one was going to be The
No,
Last
it was
Jedi.
not.
I think it was.
It was called The One Before the Last Jedi.
It was the one before The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
What one was the one before The Last Jedi? It was the one with the girl.
They should have just called it Han Solo Dies.
Yeah, that's the one we watched.
Yeah.
And I'm a little upset. Like, if I can just...
Which part?
If I can interject right now, I'm upset that it wasn't...
Why are you asking permission now to interject?
Because I wasn't on the podcast because I hadn't watched the movie.
Oh, you're talking about you want to go and interject in a podcast that's been finished
I'm
now for 2
interjecting right now because he's obviously an expert on this.
I wish you guys could see the hand
Star
motions
Wars
going
stuff.
on right now.
Because
She's literally pointing at your comments with both hands in a gesture of like, I just want to...
Anyways.
Hands...
Robert.
Go ahead.
I think the scene where they're fighting at the end, him and the son, what was the son's name? Ortho? No.
Ortho?
What's his name? What was his name?
Ortho?
It was. So when Han Solo is fighting the son on the catwalk thing.
And there's always a catwalk.
I know. Like, who is crossing? And there was like no railing either. How is that safe?
Okay, we had this discussion too. If you're gonna build a Death Star, didn't you learn from the first one? Don't leave little square holes that lasers or missiles or whatever can go in.
Oh yeah.
Why you building it
the
that way?
shields were down. They were disabled.
They always are down.
It's too easy
They
to
were
disable
taken
shields.
down last time.
No, it's too easy. You think instead of working on all the other crap they're doing, they'd come up with more sensible stuff.
This thing was pretty badass, though. That thing destroyed some planet.
I didn't like the end scene where Han Solo dies. I felt like that should have been more dramatic, and it wasn't.
What do you mean more dramatic?
They had a couple zoom, 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 and then that was it. And then it's like through him, and he's dead. Like there was no struggle. There was no him reaching up. Son, I've always loved you. You know, nothing. Nothing.
Why would he? He was like, you should come home. And he was like, no way, Dad. You're a loser.
By the way,
stop hanging out with dogs.
He doesn't look like either one of them.
Yeah, he does.
He does not.
Oh, so you're saying Leia like totally cheated on Solo?
I think with how pretty she was back in the day and how handsome he was, they would have made a better looking kid. That's just my thought.
You know what's awesome though? I want you now to go, because now that you've seen that part, you still haven't seen the movie really. You only saw like a glimpse. But I want you to go back and watch I think it was Saturday Night Live where that guy hosted.
Yeah.
And they did a parody of horrible, or not horrible bosses. What's the one where the boss comes and works at the place and no one knows he's the boss?
Undercover boss.
Undercover boss. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of this guy that's in charge? And I was like, I don't know, he's kind of crazy. And he just gets all pissed off and starts destroying. It's really funny.
Oh, I'll have to watch it.
Anyways, I'm sure that there's some comments you should read.
Jason Michaelias is joining us. Good evening. Happy birthday from the Jasons, junior and senior.
Hey, thanks.
Parked as always on the dueling recliners, representing Snuggie Mafia. Jason Jr.
The dueling recliner.
Jason Jr. is a Mofongo Power fan. Who isn't?
Right.
In fact, we have been searching in our general area, and we did pass a Mofongo place when we were up in Orlando over the weekend. We didn't stop, though. But I hear there's one coming. And
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
We're going to see what happens, yeah. Mike Smith said, I don't remember how I stumbled upon Sketchy Live. Been listening for 6 months now. Well,
what?
We are thankful, Mike.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know if you do listen to the radio show out there. What's the name of the show again?
Oh, my goodness. I just said it.
It's Wisconsin Radio,
Hot Rod,
but it's
Wisconsin Hot Rod Radio.
Wisconsin Hot Rod Radio.
Yeah. Captain Bob and Arlo.
Yes.
Great guys.
Yes. Johnny was on there a couple months ago.
Two of the coolest dudes.
You've been on there a couple times, actually.
I have, yes. I've been fortunate that they wanted me on a couple times.
Julie,
I don't know if that says anything about their programming. I hope it's a better. Maybe I shouldn't have said, but it's an awesome show. They've had some pretty big people on there.
Well, they interviewed,
excluding yours truly, but
they interviewed Ian and
but
Brooks
Chip Foose has been on there. Leno's been on there. It's a cavalcade of automotive stars. Like that?
And then you. I'm kidding.
Yes, then me. That's what I was saying. In any case.
In any case. Julie is singing. To bird is the word. She says, down them stairs, lose them cares. Where? Down in Birdland. What is that from? That sounds like a musical. Hank Dutton said the D word, dinosaurs. So weird, you guys. So weird. Justin Weir said, yeah, I'm still an Aussie living in Canada. Great memory. That's why I love you, Ity-B. Oh, and you both do a great English accent, like most North Americans that try an Aussie accent.
Well, we need to go so we can learn the correct accent.
I would love to do tea and crumpets.
That's still not Australia.
No, he said English accent. What are you talking about?
He was saying that we have great English accents, not Australian accents.
Oh.
Yes. Now that you're with us.
So it's not. So what we're doing is English.
That's what he's
saying. You're trying to do Australian, but you're sounding
correct.
English. Oh.
Yes.
Sorry.
There we go.
That was still English.
That's you trying to be Adele.
No, you don't want me to try and be Adele because I will sing our way out of here. Rex Kaiser said, it was totally awesome and cool when they worked together. Hope they do something together again.
I do too.
Draco said he was a raider. Oh, I think we're talking about Paul Revere.
Yeah, he was a raider.
Hank Dutton said Paul Revere warned the British were coming. Oh,
right.
Is he the one that said the British are coming? The British.
I just said that.
No, I think.
Well,
you
I
said,
didn't say
you
that.
said 2 by sea, 1 by land.
Well, that was his job.
On foot in
the
water.
The British are coming.
So he was. So he was the guy standing guard that ran back all out of breath. The British are coming.
What are you talking about?
He wouldn't have had a British accent.
Well, he might have. They were from there.
Why would he be telling on his own?
Okay, wait. You thought you still have a Jersey accent sometimes, but you thought people who came over from England who lived here now suddenly didn't have an accent?
You're saying Paul Revere was English and he came over here and then helped the U.S.?
Where do you think he was from?
Here.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
He wasn't from here?
So, do you understand how we got here? Well, America was started?
Yeah.
How did it start, Ity-B?
1492, man.
Yeah, what happened?
Columbus.
Columbus discovered America. Then what?
People started coming. They got the brochure.
From where?
All over. They came from all over.
Okay. Predominantly where?
I'm guessing Britain.
Okay. And then why did we stay?
Because it was a land of milk and honey. A land of plenty.
And why was there a war?
Because the Indians.
What are you talking about?
There was a tax on tea.
Right. Why was that?
Boston Harbor.
Uh-huh.
Because it was taxation without representation.
To who?
I don't know. I am horrible. I do not know history. I am so glad
to go back to school.
My 8th grade history teacher is not on the broadcast. He is on my Facebook and has the ability to watch this, but he has never tuned in. Let's not let him tune in now because he will be horrified. He'll be like, how did I pass this girl?
You don't think anybody else who's listening isn't
sure they're
also
all
horrified? They're going, oh no.
Oh, Hank said, hold. Okay, so maybe that's what he said. Draco said, don't know much about history, don't know much about biology. I actually did know quite a bit about biology.
You don't know anything about biology.
My dad and I were just talking blood types last week. Don't even. Okay?
Okay. What is a protein?
That is nutrition. That is not biology. What else?
What is biology?
It's the study of the body.
Mm-hmm. So what? Proteins wouldn't have anything to do with biology?
That's nutrition.
It still wouldn't have anything to do with biology?
It could. What does the fallopian tube do? Huh?
Phallopes?
Yeah, exactly. Don't even talk to me about it. Jerry Emerald said Paul Revere and the Raiders had a hit song about the British.
That's right.
Oh, so they were their own group, so they named a group after it.
Right.
Draco said Cab Calloway.
Yeah, do you know who Cab Calloway is?
I do not. Was he a cab driver during the war?
He was a famously known for cab driving.
Nice.
During the war.
Nice.
Of 1463.
They didn't have cars then. Did they? No.
You couldn't drive a cab when there was no...
They were probably like stagecoach days.
Oh, stagecoach days?
Is it a stagecoach? Horse and carriage days?
Sure.
Is that called stagecoach?
What's that?
It is. Will Green says, happy Monday, all. Welcome, sir. Alicia said, I love listening to you two each week. I learn something new and laugh a lot. I'm glad somebody's learning something because I walk away from this more confused.
It almost scares me that anybody would say they're learning something. If you have children, send them away.
Jerry Emerald said, side 1, if by land, side 2, if by sea.
Right. Yeah. Flip over the record, side 1. Flip over the other record, side 2.
Oh.
Yeah. So what they would do is they would play a record, and it would make like cannon noises that would scare them off.
I don't believe that.
That's what is side 1, side 2.
Whatever. Robert Spears said, I think you saw Solo. I did. I saw Han Solo with his son.
Maybe the name of the movie was called Solo.
Oh.
And no, that wasn't it.
It wasn't?
No.
Oh. Jerry Amaral said British cover art. Robert Spears said Solo has a girl in it. This one was the one where she was a young Jedi.
But she didn't know
it.
She didn't know she was a Jedi. Yeah.
She didn't know it. And the old creepy lady in the restaurant showed her a box with the lightsaber in it, and she went to go touch it, and like her whole past came back to her. I don't know what one it was. Hank said on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk. I do my little turn on the catwalk. Now that one I do. No. I'm too sexy. Jerry Amaral said, didn't Paul Revere warn of the British coming on the Death Star? No, I'm sure he did not.
He may have.
Robert Spears said it was actually The Force Awakens when the son Ben killed his dad Han. Oh, his name was Ben. What did I say?
I don't know.
Ethor?
Ethor.
Or something.
You're just making up space names.
I don't know. Jerry Amaral said, Hank Dutton, I'm glad I'm not the only one with this now stuck in my head. Draco said, Revere and Dawes were the dynamic duo of the Revolution. Hank said, wait, what? Columbus what? Julie said, Paul Revere was from Boston, so he didn't have a British accent. He would have had, well, they weren't packing Cas back then.
So you think the you think the Boston accent just immediately happened?
Well, not until Ben Affleck got there. And Matt Damon.
Oh, they started it?
They started it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There was no Boston accent before that?
Hank said, didn't he make movies? Columbus. Draco said, a tyrannical government entity. E-N-T? Ent? Alicia Allen said, drawing looks great. Okay, so we're back to the drawing.
Thanks, someone's paying attention.
Jerry Amaral said, Paul Revere arrived in a call-away cab to warn off the British Death Star. I think we are commingling some ideas here. Rex Kaiser said, man, that's so cool to watch you draw. Thanks a lot for doing this for everyone. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah. He is doing a great job, and it is fun to watch him draw. I don't get an opportunity to watch him draw because I'm reading comments and apparently making an ass out of myself. But that's okay. Shaggy LeBlanc is tuning in. He says, hello, everybody. I made it late, but I am here.
You are here.
Shaggy, I am so thrilled with my butterfly on the wall. Shaggy made me a beautiful butterfly out of chains and what would they be called? Nuts, bolts, springs. I love it. I did post a picture a couple weeks ago when I put it up on the wall. Thank you again. Robert Spears said Beastie Boys sang a song called Paul Revere. Oh, so they had a song.
That's what started this whole conversation.
Yeah. A little lost. But I will tell you.
Because Ity-B was like, what does Paul Revere have to do with the Beastie Boys?
And it's probably a song that I've heard, because I've heard their songs. But
it was on License to Ill. I'm sure you know that one.
License to Kill?
Ill.
I don't know what that. License to Kill, I know, was like
License to Ill.
007, wasn't it?
Was the name of the album.
Oh. Did it have to do with 007?
It had nothing to do with 007.
Okay. Guys, we had a fun weekend. Let me tell you about it since we have a quick break here while Johnny's finishing this up.
Finishing what up?
Your drawing. We had plans to do a pub crawl. I was able to get out of work a little bit early on Friday so we could get a jump on the traffic, and I'm glad we did because we did get stuck in some. But we made it up there and made it over to Disney Springs. They do have a face mask policy as you're walking through the park, and they were checking temperatures when we walked in, but zero line. We didn't wait in line one time to get in. There were some lines getting into restaurants. We couldn't get into the wine bar, which I really wanted to go to because apparently that was reservation only. And the standby.
Which we did not know.
No, we did not know. And the standby line was not moving at all. But we still had a fantastic time. We spent all of the time, mainly everywhere we went was outside. Mm-hmm. It was. Everywhere we went was outside. We sat outside. We listened to some great music. I will tell you, these musicians that they hire to play at these restaurants up there are so talented. There was a guy playing a drum and a guitar and singing while somebody else was playing bass. So it was just the two of them. But this guy, I was like, where are they getting? I think they're playing with a track. And Johnny's like, no, he just played acoustic, recorded himself playing the acoustic, and then went back and played, because that was like a rhythm part. Then he came back and played like a lead guitar part along with the bass. I don't know how, and his feet are going on these pedals and he's moving stuff around. It was phenomenal. And they were so good. It was very bluesy. What did you call it? It wasn't really blues. It was more.
Well, there was some blues and there was a little bit of funk.
That's what it was.
It was all kinds of cool stuff.
They were so good, so good. The next place we went, another 2-man band. There was a guy on keyboards singing, and his voice was phenomenal. He was hitting some crazy notes. And then there was a guy on the drums, but on the keyboards he had, the different elements of bass and stuff like that he could add as well. And it was just an entire evening of really cool music, cool people watching. I mean, when we go there, it's not like being here, like if we were to go to the mall and sit and people watch, because generally people here are the people from here. But when we go to Disney Springs, we're seeing people from all over the world that are visiting this area, and just the different clothing that they wear. I love like the head wraps and stuff that the Indian women wear. It's beautiful, beautiful. And just the little kids running around, everybody's having a good time. You do see a couple kids not so happy. And it's usually because they weren't able to get like the candy that they wanted or whatever. But for the most part, everybody is just having a great time, laughing, making memories. It's nice to watch that, especially since we've been a part of this, global pandemic thing that's been going on. And it's just nice to see people getting out, doing stuff, living life. And we were very thankful to have that time away and to be able to witness that. So that was a fun time on Friday night. And then, like I said, Saturday, we had loaded up Kona, our 66 Volkswagen Volksrad, loaded her up and trailered her behind the truck up to the area because we didn't want to drive her all the way up there. I think it was a little much, especially just getting her back. We wanted to give her some breathing room. So trailered her up there, and on Saturday took her off the hitch and drove her over to Old Town. We got there about 1:30, 2 o'clock, something like that, parked her. And I will tell you, there were some other Volkswagens there, some really cool cars there, by the way. Cool trucks. I was like in love with the trucks that I saw. And everybody was parked and all these people were coming in and walking around. There's a place called Fun Spot right next to it. And there's like carnival rides and there's go-karts and there's food and stuff like that. So that brings a lot of people over to where we were as well. So there was quite a bit of foot traffic, and Kona was just attracting so much attention. It was just so cool. People were coming up and, just asking questions and wanting to take pictures with her. And it was just really neat. And I know Johnny's been jonesing to go. So this was kind of a birthday treat for him to be able to take the car out. And number one, be at a show. And then, number two, we love Old Town. We used to take the 51 Chevy Raquel that we have to Old Town a lot too. So it was neat to have her up there. The wind picked up and it started torrentially raining, and it was a little wet, and we thought it was going to be canceled. They did not cancel it. The weather wound up taking a turn, and we were able to drive Kona in the little parade that they do through the town, and they play some it was like 50s music they had on. They play in the background while all the cars are traipsing around. People are lining up on each side of the street. Little kids are waving. So I felt like I was this princess in the parade. I love it every time I get to wave out my window. Johnny was waving, and I wish we had some stuff to give out, but I think they told us we weren't allowed to do that. You weren't allowed to throw stuff out the window and like beads and stuff like that. You can't do that kind of stuff. So, but it was just so cool. See all the happy faces, and what I love most, and I know you enjoy this too, is when like an older gentleman will come over, somebody in his 70s or something, and say, I had this car when I was young. And then they start telling you a story about how they had the car and what they did to the car and where they went with the car, how they got the car. And it's just so interesting to hear people's stories and just to see their faces light up with that memory, just from seeing all these old cars, not just ours. I'm sure it's everybody's, but so fun. So we had a great evening there as well. Lots of fun. Let me get back to some comments. We have got, let me scroll back. Boy, they were having a conversation here without me. I must have rambled on for a little bit. Julie says, when the British attacked, we didn't know if they would come by land or sea. If there was one by lantern, it was two by land. Oh, it was by land. If two lanterns by sea. Paul Roden told the militia what to expect. See? Somebody knows. Oh, Hank wants to know if we heard the joke about butter. Draco said, don't spread it, Hank. Get it? Spread the butter. You guys are silly. Dad joke for the win, Jerry Emerald said. Robert Spears said, that guy has the best mustache. Is it somebody in your drawing? Hank said, dang it, Draco. I didn't want to spread it. Jerry Emerald said, cool sketch. He's digging it.
Thank you.
Draco said, I was just softening them up for you, like butter. Silliness, you guys.
So what else happened there at Old Town, babe?
I'm reading comments right now, so we'll get back to it. Jerry Emerald said, Hank heard the one about the jump rope. Hank said, you know who else was good at making music? Milli Vanilli. Jeff Bell is tuning in from Arizona.
What's up, Jeff Bell?
Hey, Jeff. Welcome. Jim McMillan said, hi, it's been a while since I've been able to watch. Jim, we appreciate you tuning in. Good to see you. Alicia said, we have a guy here in Indiana that plays like that. His name is Michael Kels. Cool. Yeah, there are some really talented people. And I think, a lot of them go unnoticed because they're not on TV or on these American Idol or The Voice shows. But I'm glad that these people that we saw were getting some airtime because they're really good. People were digging it. And they're all playing outdoor venues, which I would imagine is hard, especially if the weather's not that great. Rex Kaiser said, that's so cool the way you shade your drawing. I like to draw, but I can only imagine doing what you do. I know, it amazes me too, Rex, and I've watched him do it for quite some time now. I don't know how he does it.
It's not that hard.
Oh, the one about the jump rope, Jerry Emerald said probably should skip it. The joke about the jump rope. Julie said, come meet us in Vegas in June and we can people watch. We have plans for June. You guys should come out to us in June. In June, we're doing our event in Georgia.
Yep.
Draco said, Milli Vanilli, those guys could really play the harmony. Jeff Bell said, sorry if I'm late, but I just got home after dealing with ding-dong neighbors trying to do stuff on our property line. Oh.
Ding-dong neighbors.
Hank said, wow, Itty just stereotyped kids not getting candy, LOL.
Right?
Yes, I did. And then he said, this is a long story. See, I was too long-winded. Sorry. Alicia said, Michael Kelsey is also a great musician here in Indiana. He sells his music and also on YouTube. So much talent. He plays a live local restaurant/bar.
Cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Robert Spears said, P.S. Happy 21st birthday. I guess he's referring to you. He must not really know how old you are. Which brings us to another story because of the rain Saturday night, we wound up doing Lobby Bar. And
Lobby Bar was fun. I told you it'd be fun.
Lobby Bar was fun. And we sat next to a couple. And they're like, oh, what are you here celebrating? And I said, well, it's my husband's birthday. And they're like, oh, how old? And I'm like, first of all, why would you ask someone that? They were perfect strangers. Like, you don't do that. Anyway, so I said, well, why don't you tell us how old you think he is? And they're both like, oh, maybe 30? Could it be 30? And I'm like, nah. So they were amazed when they found out how old he really is. Oh, funny. Lane Kelton said, how many miles on the truck now? I've got 37,000 on mine and 16,000 on the Camaro. You got your truck a few weeks after me. I think we're at 38.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been driving the heck out of it.
You really have.
Well,
he doesn't like to drive my car anymore.
That's not what it is.
What is it? What is it?
We had put so much miles on yours that we were not using yours, but it's now time to trade because, we're getting too much on mine.
That's true. Lizzie said Plant City is having a car show this Saturday at 3 p.m. I did see that, and I don't know if we're going to be able to do it since Johnny took off work last weekend. That's what happens when
you take time off. You can't.
He can't take 2 weekends in a row, so he is probably working this weekend. And I have a hair appointment, so I'm going to be doing that. Alicia said, I love hearing the stories too. Well, thank you. Somebody appreciates my stories. Cindy Need is joining us. Hello from Southwest Missouri.
Howdy.
Jeff Bell said, the wife is not happy with me. She's more live and let live. However, she's just as pissed about it. I'm just the guy that won't allow these things to go on, especially when they say they only speak Spanish. Oh, wait, I speak very decent Spanish. Sorry, I'm venting. No, I understand. We have a situation here ourselves where we're thinking about putting up a fence, and we have to have that conversation, I think, with our neighbors. So we're probably going to be in a similar position. Draco said, Jeff Bell, taco burrito is all the Spanish I know. Can I just point out that for once I'm not the one making these stereotypical comments? Jerry Emerald said, night, y'all gotta go. Fine sketch and fun hanging out with everyone. Until next time. Jerry, check out the finished product. Johnny will be posting this after the broadcast tonight. Thanks for joining us. Have a good one.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
So Sunday, we're driving home. And again, Kona on the trailer. When I say trailer, it's just the front wheels. What would
tow dolly.
A tow dolly is what we used.
Mm-hmm.
So we're driving now in this giant storm that is spreading, like we were driving right into the storm. It was coming from where we live on the West Coast over inland. And we're on I-4, which is like a suicide trap. This road is so bad for traffic and for incidents. And we did see a couple incidents that did not look good. So I am so thankful for how safe my husband is and how well he was able to maneuver. And I mean, we don't do a lot of pulling. I guess you used to do some trailering back in the day with stuff, you said. But recently, what have you really trailered? That long of a distance? Not a lot. So he did very well. We were safe.
Thanks.
I was thankful. You're a good driver, babe.
Thanks.
Good driver. Lane says, well, the best thing, you can sell it and make money. Trucks are real pricey right now. Yes, and that's exactly why we were putting the miles on his truck rather than on my Equinox, because that will have zero value with high miles, whereas the truck will be good. So Joseph Madonia said, love the vans, missed you at the Museum of Vanning van show.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we can't do everything, and
sure
we
like
want to do everything. I know we do.
Yep.
It's time. We got to put our time in right now, and then eventually, hey, look at the trailer experience you're going to have then. When you're driving when you're driving a 40-foot rolling house for us and pulling a car behind it. Or we'll get a toy hauler. I almost didn't say it right. Get a toy hauler, put Kona in it because she's tiny. Right?
It's amazing to me this is the only car you think we're going to ever have. It ain't going to happen.
Okay, well, when are we getting another car?
As soon as I can get another car.
And what are we doing with the rest of them?
I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
Well, you can only pull and tow so many.
I guess I got to get the one I want then.
Jeez. High hopes, guys. High hopes.
Man does not live by one car alone.
This is turning out so cool. Guys, are you liking it? Are you loving it? Please, please, please show your appreciation. Joseph said, come see us at the museum sometime. Yeah, we definitely, this is the one that's a little north of us, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. We definitely, and it's really not even that far. It's just finding the time. We're going to have to, we were starting to do a calendar at one point. I think we did it last year before the pandemic. Remember, it was last year's Jalopy meeting. We did. We had an entire calendar planned out of places we wanted to go, things we wanted to do, and all of it wiped out. We didn't even bother planning this year for any of that type of stuff because we weren't sure about travel. And now with the vaccines and vaccine rules and laws that may be going into effect, we're still not sure what kind of travel restrictions we might have. So
yeah, but still a little bit of a crapshoot.
It is a crapshoot. Alicia said, I have a 58 rag top for sale. There were a couple of those rag tops at the show on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm looking for more of a 20s, 30s car.
Okay.
That's the dream.
You heard it here first. Rex said, I wonder if Ian could build that, Johnny. That is so cool. I think Ian could build anything. Honestly.
I think so too.
Draco said, when are y'all coming to Georgia? We are coming in June. Draco, we can send you details. We're going to be working this time when we come. We're assisting with the event that we're putting on up there, so we're not going to have a bunch of free time, but
unfortunately, but we're excited
it ends
about
on
it.
Sunday, so I'm thinking maybe a Monday morning if you have time to meet up for breakfast or something. That might be the best time for us to do it. So we'll keep you in the loop, and anybody else who might want to join us will be in the Columbus area in June, so we'll post that. The McCoy said, we have room over here for y'all to store your overflow cars. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. And that's another area where I would like to go. Louisiana. We have a couple people up there that have cool cars I'd like to go see. Lane's up there and the McCoys are up there. So
that would be cool.
Yeah, I definitely want to. And plus, that's just an area I've wanted to visit anyway.
For sure, Z's. Check it out is what we say.
Well, I wanted to go to New Orleans for sure.
Yeah, and that's one of those places I wouldn't want to go unless I want somebody who knows what's
going on.
Who
knows what they're doing, right.
Yeah.
It was like the time we went to Manhattan for the first time. Had my sister not been with us, we would have been completely lost.
Yeah.
Although my sister walks at the pace of a giraffe. I mean, her legs span. She's very tall. One of her steps was like 4 of ours. We were basically jogging behind
Pretty much.
But she knew where to go. She knew where to go to get the cheap tickets. She knew where to go to catch the subway. She knew where to go to get the good food. So
yeah. Well, yeah.
We ate in Little Italy. It doesn't get any better than that unless you go to Italy. Draco said, time is all I actually have. Okay, good. Well, then we'll make it work. Matt said there is a 1930 Model A sedan rolling chassis in Spring Hill for Johnny.
Yeah, yeah. Someday.
But that would be a project. If you want something semi-done. Running already?
I don't know.
All right. Jeff Bell said, good job avoiding my rant. It wasn't racial at all. I would have avoided also. Sorry. Nah, no worries. No worries. I lived out in Arizona, so I understand the culture out there. Hank said,
do you?
Manhattan, yes. Julie said, or the time you went to the beach in Jamaica. That was a fun trip. Jamaica was fun. And I would totally go back just for the jerk chicken. And what was the beer we had?
You mean the Red Stripe?
Red Stripe.
You like that?
Mom. Yeah, it was good. Lane Kelton said, I got a 20s and 2 30s and the 30 sedan body. I get done with one of my coupes, I'll let you know. Definitely enough to build 2.
Why are you making noises?
Because I would love for you to have extra cars.
Yeah. Listen,
have I ever had a problem?
I could go down to one. It's the dream car.
You say you could go down to one, but you're not willing to get rid of the other two.
That's not true.
Oh, really? All of a sudden?
It's not all of a sudden.
We've been trying to sell Raquel for like 5 years now. You haven't done it. Because you can't part with her.
Because you are in the back of my head all the time saying you can't do that.
Well, there's going to come a time where we don't have space to store them. And if you get a third vehicle, we definitely won't have space to store them. We're going to have to pour some concrete out front.
We'll just have to get rid of some. Or
make another garage. Or we have to move to a garage house.
Garagenous.
Yeah. Jim Pollin said, I thought last year you guys were interested in coming to the Syracuse Nationals. Just wondering if you were considering coming this year, July 16th through 19th. Would love to meet you guys. Jim, yes, we want to come. No, we cannot come. Again, we have a family thing going on in May. Up that way. We have June is Georgia.
Time is limited.
If we could take off more time from work, I mean, Johnny's a retail manager by day. We both work full-time jobs, and when he's gone, his store suffers. So, we want to make sure that that's not happening. He's got to stay on top of stuff there, has responsibilities. So, at this point, we cannot. My dad is turning 80 this year. I know he's not listening to the broadcast. But
I was going to say, be careful.
He doesn't know we're coming. But we are going up to New Jersey in May for my 50th and his 80th birthday. More for his 80th birthday. I'm just saying it's for my 50th birthday. I don't think it'll be acknowledged. But
by who?
Anyone. My family.
Oh, wow.
Well, they're not. It's not for me. It's for them. It's for him. So that's a must for me. And then our event in Georgia that we're assisting with is priority. So those are the two that we're doing now. If for some reason we have extra time that we fall into or feel like we can do it, then we would definitely do it. But we can't commit right now. Would love to. Lane says nope. Can't ever have enough cars. And it's true. Again, I've never had a problem with you buying cars, or keeping cars, as long as they're doing something.
Again, the reality is that I have what I have, and I'm super grateful for what I have. I'm not in any way not grateful.
I know.
But that's you saw it was in the, and then it was sitting in a bar. Ugh.
Oh, I know.
You know what I'm saying? You saw it.
I did see it.
That's like the dream car.
Yeah, they had it as
display.
Decor. It was decor in the bar.
And I'm like, it's a perfectly great car right there.
Hank's got a question for you.
Sure.
He says, what if you had the option to buy the Johnny 5? Which would you rather have?
I would buy the Johnny 5.
And you would forego your other vehicles, you would forego your dream car?
Come on, how cool would that be?
Say?
What does that mean?
Because you're willing to sacrifice for something else. You just said the dream car.
Yeah.
The dream car is the 20s, you said.
I don't think there's an opportunity for me to own things I've already, listen, both times a very reasonable offer was given to me. Well, not on Johnny 5, but the Space Junkie. I had a very easy opportunity to own that vehicle. Mm-hmm. But I was like, where am I going to put it? And how am I going to get it home? Mm-hmm. So at the time, there was just no way to do it. But he offered to sell me the car.
I would have loved for you
for a really affordable price, which I wish afterwards, even thinking now, I'm an idiot that I didn't just go, okay.
Right.
And found a way to do it.
Well, I left it up to you. I didn't say no. Cindy said, or you could get a storage unit. Yes, we could, and there are plenty of storage areas around here, so we could easily.
Yeah, that's the thing. If I get one, I want to be able to drive it. I don't want to be storing it, and then because I did that too. I had a project that I had stored, and it sat. Mm-hmm. I have a project that's kind of sitting here now. It's sitting. And I feel horrible about it.
Jeff Bell said, get your property lines surveyed before if we wind up doing the garage or the pouring of the concrete. I hear you. Rex Kaiser said, Johnny, I have a 34 Chevy Phaeton that needs interior finished in primer all black. I put 9,000 miles on it.
That's awesome. So, I mean, what do you guys think of this little tune we got going on?
I'm digging it. You've had some likes and loves. How are we feeling about this design, you guys?
We're getting ready to throw the chrome in. What time is it?
It is. We've been at this for about an hour.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Okay, so I'm trying to
reel it in.
Reel it in. Let me get
Reeling
these tires a little
You're getting
darker.
some likes and loves, babe. Good feedback.
Let me get the tires a little darker, and then we're going to go for it.
Robert Spear said super cool, trike drawing, and then he said also see you in Jersey in a month. Yeah, we're hoping to be able to hook up with you guys.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Jim Pollen said, understood only so much time. Your priorities are where they need to be. Indeed. And it is, believe me, if we could do all this stuff, I'm down. I'm not going to be one of those wives. I've never been the wife that said, don't do it.
You've always been so very supportive.
Don't do it. Stay home with me. I've never been that person. In fact, there were times when you were invited out to California to do Ian's show, and you said, why don't you come with me? And what did I say?
You're like, I don't want to get in the way.
That's what I said.
And not in the respects of like in the way, but more you were like, I just don't want to be a distraction because I know how you are.
I do know how you are, and you'd be worrying about me.
Worrying that you're okay and you're not bored, or
right.
That you might need something, and you were like, I don't want to do that to you. I want you to be able to concentrate on, enjoying the experience of being a part of the show.
Right.
And I don't appreciate the fact that was your viewpoint of it, because it was awesome. I didn't have to. At no point was I, concerned. I could just focus on enjoying the experience. It was great.
That, and I've never been the wife that calls you constantly. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
No.
What are you guys doing?
In fact, I was calling you and you would never answer the phone. I'm like, who is? And then this guy answers. I was like, who is that? And you're like, don't worry about it, okay? He's just here to fix the pool. Yeah. And I was like, what? We don't even own a pool.
You're such a liar. I wanted to stay out of your way. Some of the best times you had with Ian were when you were done shooting and you guys were just grilling out or having a beer together or sitting around a little fire or something.
Those have been the funnest times.
Watching movies together, little things.
The whole experience of going and doing that show, on many levels, was like going to camp in the beginning. Actually all the way through every build we've done so far. Sleeping in a trailer half the time and
roughing it
and just all for the idea of this build and all that kind of stuff. It's just such a cool experience.
I really hope you get another opportunity to work with them. I know how much fun you have, and I love watching it come to life. I know I give you crap about you watching yourself on TV, but it's cool. And don't think that I'm not bragging about you. My company just did a write-up about Johnny Jalopy art for their newsletter this past week. So I'm very proud of you and what we do together.
Thanks, babe. I appreciate it.
Jeff Bell said Jalopy Army starts a GoFundMe for Johnny to buy it. I'm in. No.
What's that?
We would for you to buy the Johnny 5.
Oh.
No way, guys. No way. We couldn't take donation money for something like that.
No. I certainly appreciate the thought.
It was a nice gesture, but we would never sleep well for something like that. It's not a need. If it were a need, we'd be all for some help, but we'll get there.
It's going to happen.
You guys, every single time you guys are clicking that add to cart button, you're helping us.
Absolutely.
So, Lane said, I got enough. My dad is worse than myself. He's got a list that I don't have time to tell. I've got 9 and he has like 18, but most of mine run. You do have quite a few, but you've got the room for it too. That garage. I remember the night he was Zooming with us on the happy hour Zoom we did.
Yeah.
Was in a huge garage warehouse looking thing with a bunch of cars in it.
I know that someday my dream, what I want, is going to happen. It's called I'm being patient. I know there's a lot of things that we're endeavoring to accomplish and all that kind of stuff, and I have every faith that it will happen. Dreams I had have already come true, so why wouldn't it happen?
It's just patience.
Yeah.
Need a little patience. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, as far as the reality of who Johnny Jalopy is, I have faith. My faith belief is that that'll happen. I've already been blessed in so many ways that I already know that, it'll happen.
It'll happen. We're just hanging in.
Yeah.
We just keep showing up every Monday night.
That's
we
right.
slap a smile on our face.
Look at this. I have a sketching a show where you guys are hanging out listening to baloney while I sit here and doodle.
Right?
How awesome is that? How could I not be 100% grateful for that stuff? So
We are.
So I appreciate all of it. And then somebody is saying, well, let's make a GoFundMe. That you guys would even think that would be a thing to do is just, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But
we appreciate the support.
Absolutely.
Lizzie says...
I'm just kidding. I was going to get...
You're going to talk over me again. I'm trying to talk.
That one I was doing on purpose.
Lizzie says nice, and she loves it. Rex Kaiser said you were great on that show.
Well, I appreciate it.
I think so, too. I think they have a great working relationship together. I really do. They have a lot of fun. Justin Weir said that's freaking sick. He's digging it. Draco said you can start a GoFundMe anytime you want. I ain't proud. Lane said make every move count and it will work out. That is what we are endeavoring to do. Guys, there's still 30 of you on here checking out how this one's going to end.
Yeah, this is our Crass and Bernie tribute to George Trosley.
Yeah.
One of my cartoon heroes, and it's his birthday today, so I just wanted to give a shout out. Not that he'd be watching, but happy birthday, George.
Maybe somebody will share it with him.
I'm a big fan of Cartoons Magazine as a kid. This is one of my favorite comic strips, and you're one of the reasons I'm doing what I'm doing. Is I would draw his drawings and try to copy and just but trying to even create my own style of art. You still got to give the nod to the guy that did it.
Your inspiration.
Yeah, for sure.
Wanted to remind you guys, this print will be available tonight after the broadcast.
Yeah, that's something we haven't talked about for years.
$20.
That you can buy these, by the way. You can
buy them. $20 for this one. We also have like 150 designs or more. It might even be up to 200 now of Johnny's artwork. Over the years, he's compiled, and this isn't even all of them, but Hank Dutton, who has designed our website, has been so gracious enough to include all of these prints for you. So they're all available for purchase now. Any of our sketchy designs from prior weeks and prior years, the last 4 years we've been doing this, are available on the website as well. The sketchy designs are $20. The standard prints are $25, so not much more. We have sticker packs available. You see those to the left and right of Johnny's screen. On the bottom left there, that Sketchy Live sticker, he's pulling it out now. Sketchy Live sticker will be included with every order and for no fee. And we are including that until we run out. While supplies last, I believe retailers say.
Yeah, that's the terminology.
That's the terminology. So feel free to order. We do have the t-shirts available still.
Feel free to order.
Feel free. Hit us up. We've got the shopping cart available now, which was years in the making. Do you remember living at the other house before we moved here and me trying to figure out like Wix? Do you remember? I was trying to build our own website. It wasn't happening.
Yeah, it was horrible.
And that was we'll be in this house 6 years. So we're talking like 7 years ago. And it's only this year It was last year we had the website. This year we actually have the shopping cart ability, which is what the goal was the entire time. This was 7 years in the making. And Hanky D got it done for us.
Phenomenally, too.
HankD.com, guys. Go check them out.
Yeah, the website is
website is great.
Yep, love it.
He has been so easy to work with, too, as far as sending him files and stuff. He just knows how we need to send it, what format, where it needs to go. Like, he just...
Well, and just been very inspirational and,
motivating.
A lot of ideas of, hey, here's something you could do to better this or
and
do
boost
that.
Yeah.
It's been great. So
he's our biggest cheerleader.
He is definitely, if you have a website needing to be built or work needing to be done, that is the guy to go see. He gets it done.
For sure. For sure. We've really enjoyed working with him.
Yeah.
And he's a super nice guy and very knowledgeable. I don't know if you all have watched previous episodes, but he's like the trivia guy. Like, if you have a question about something, he's like a walking Google. He knows everything. So very impressive. Let's see. Draco got that one. Robert Spear said looks awesome, so he's digging it as well. Guys, again, 11 by 17. This thing is going to be full color. He's not even done yet, but we can already see where this one's headed. It's going to be phenomenal. Great job. And how crazy, can you imagine if somebody did build something like this? I mean, I'm sure there's been stuff that, we've seen some.
Come on, how cool is that?
Motorcycle in the front.
It's a chopper van.
It's a chopper. How fun. The things that live in your head, I have to say. This is stuff he thinks about. Like, I could never even envision. And then I said to him, I'm like, are you going to need to look at a reference photo? Because I was going to pull up a reference photo of the van or, because I guess you drew the front like you did. So I was like, do you want a reference photo? He said, no, I know what it looks like. I don't know how you remember details of stuff. I really don't.
What do you mean?
Just, every little detail. Like, how many times have I walked in the front door? Could I tell you what I have decor-wise out on everything? Probably not. And this is my house that I live in every single day. But I could not close my eyes and tell you what order all of the things are on our TV stand that I've had in the same order for the entire 6 years we've lived here.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you how many cubbies are in that or in the TV stand.
I could tell you how many.
One too many. Too many knickknacks.
I can tell you how many things are blocking my TV.
Oh, my
Just
goodness.
kidding.
Guys, JohnnyJalopy.com. Go check it out. I don't know if you remember, but we were getting pretty low on hats. We did get our shipment in. I don't know if we announced that last week, but we have
plenty of hats.
Enough hats.
Yep, got the beanies still.
Beanies, which I am rocking tonight. You will see in a few minutes when I come over. Johnny is wrapping this one up. He's putting his chrome in. This is when, for me, the design really comes alive. It goes from just a very flat design to having some depth and some character and liveliness, I want to say, would be the word I'd use there. Liveliness. Super fun stuff. 22 viewers still tuning in. Let's do a quick, how much time do you think you have? Another 5 minutes at least?
At least.
Okay. Guys, quick Q&A. Let's quiz him under pressure as he's trying to put the details in on the last parts of this design.
What are we doing?
We're just doing any Q&A. Just shoot out some questions, guys.
Sure.
And I will ask them, and Johnny will answer under pressure. So already you had Hank ask you before, if you could have the Johnny 5, would you take that over your dream car? And your answer was yes, in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I mean, I would. Yeah, the opportunity to own.
What about the Space Junkie? Would you any of those builds do you think you would take?
Probably not. I love the Space Junkie.
But it's not a practical.
It's not a practical drive around. If I had time to tour and take it to shows,
right,
and really show it, yeah.
And I think if we were living out in California and we had the dunes,
sure,
you'd probably like the Funky Futura.
It's not a dune buggy to do in the dunes.
Oh, what is it?
That's a street machine.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
way to watch the show.
He had it on the beach.
Never had it on the beach.
Which one did I watch on the beach?
I don't know. That wasn't that one. It was one of the builds he did of a dune buggy, but it wasn't. Yeah, wasn't that episode. I just support everything he does.
I do support everything.
He works so hard on things.
You already know and I just admittedly said my memory is horrible.
Here's where the excuse is roll like fire.
No, my memory is just horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get out and go back in.
I would love, if as a guy that I could use that as an excuse. Babe, my memory is just horrible. You know that. What do you mean you don't remember when we got married?
Guys, my system locked up and I had to come back in. So I'm just coming back in and I'm only seeing a couple comments here. So Rex says, man, this is fun to watch. So he's digging it. Jeff Bell said it's a Vanper or a Chavanner. I'm going to say Vanper. It looks more like a Vanper.
What is?
You're drawing a van chopper rather than a chopper vanner.
Oh.
Draco said, awesome as usual, but getting close to tap out time. I understand. Robert Spear wants to know, is a hot dog a sandwich?
I would say yes. Yeah, hot dog is a sandwich.
If you put mayo on it.
I do like a mayo on a hot dog.
You do like mayo.
Well, now we're talking like, depends. If I'm at the ballpark, no. I do ballpark.
Right.
Mustard, mayo.
But he's sticking with, yes, it's a sandwich. Alicia Allen said, what is your favorite drawing from last year?
My favorite drawing from last year? On Sketchy or?
Probably. She just said, what's your favorite drawing from last year? And she's been watching Sketchy. So.
Gosh, I want to say last year's my favorite one. Probably Corvette Summer was fun.
Yeah.
I believe that was last year.
Yep, it was. We started doing movie themed stuff last year.
Yeah. Road Warrior car.
Road Warrior from
Mad Max.
Mad Max. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of them. Justin Weir wants to know, what color dress was Ity-B wearing the day you met? This one's easy.
I don't think you were wearing a dress.
I wasn't wearing a dress, but what color was I wearing?
Black.
I always wear black. I'm always in black.
Always been in black.
Rex Kaiser said, Johnny, my hot rod is for sale. Ooh. And then Russ Randall said, Bailey Quarters or Jennifer the Secretary. What is that from?
I don't know.
Russ, what are we referring to here? Julie said Blues Brothers was pretty great, so she dug that one. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I'm going to do that.
Hank said Mystery Machine and Back to the Future was cool.
Oh, yeah. The Munsters duo. I really liked how Grandpa Munsters, the coffin dragster came out. That was a good one, too. There was a lot of good ones last year. We had some great ones this year so far, too. So
we have. They're all good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Alicia said black is a great color. Indeed. That's why I wear it. And Justin said, gah, I thought I'd stump him. So he was trying to get you in trouble. No, he knows me. I'm pretty much in black every day. Draco said Bailey for me. Bailey, what is this, Bailey Quarters or Jennifer the Secretary? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure it's some reference I probably should know.
Robert Spears tuning out. Night all. Thanks for joining us, Robert.
Hey, thanks for hanging out.
Lane Kelton said, I really love all the movie cars. Yes. People are really digging them.
They're fun to do, and I got to get back to some of them. I didn't want to bore you guys with just going movie car. I will say I've noticed a lot of movie cars getting done.
Yep.
For folks.
Would you say you maybe were a trendsetter?
No, not at all. I wasn't saying.
Robert Spears said it's almost 11 here in New Jersey. What time is it there in Florida?
Well, if we do the
According
exchange,
to my time.
yeah, and then how much are Florida bucks to Jersey dollars? What's the conversion?
I don't know. $1. Oh, Russ said WKRP in Cincinnati.
Oh.
So Bailey Quarters or Jennifer the secretary.
Oh, definitely Jennifer. Yeah.
Who's Bailey Quarters?
That was the program manager person, I think, or assistant.
I do not know.
She had the glasses, long hair, brown. Jennifer was the blonde.
Oh. The blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alicia Allen said, I need to do a special request on Chris's car, Lola. LOWLA.
Can be done.
Yes.
I'm a little behind
Email
at the
us.
the moment.
You are quite behind, actually. Yeah, because your retail job just got busier this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky me. Don't say time off.
That's okay. That's not why. Just stuff happens. Jan Smithers and Lonnie Anderson, Russ said.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, she said no rush. Well, hit us up. And our email is on the johnnyjalopy.com. If you scroll all the way down the bottom and click email, or the link to email, it'll bring you right to our email. There it is, guys. 2021. Happy birthday, Geo. Georg. Love it.
There we go, guys. There's the little cartoon nod to Cress and Bernie. A little chopper van action.
Action.
Hopefully you enjoyed your time tonight. Yeah, we didn't get to our full episode of all the things we did on our adventures, but you did a deep dive, so we'll have to tackle that more.
What else?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying I didn't get to. I was in the zone when you were talking about it, so I didn't get to chime in. So it was a little bit of.
Apparently, I was long-winded.
You were rambling a little bit, but that's okay. Your
heart
was in the right place.
My heart was.
Your heart will go on. Before she says it, there you go, guys. Another Monday night in the books. Yes, I got my line in. Whew, that was close.
We're always fighting for the end. The end spot.
Hey, hit us up at johnnyjalopy.com. Wear what the cool kids wear, hats, beanies. We've got cool stickers like that. Join the army.
Jalopy Army.
Yeah, t-shirts. I'm rocking the Johnny Monster shirt today. There's the Johnny 5. Hey, forgot to let you guys know there's 2 brand new shirts available on the website. The Space Junkie 2.0
crazy
shirt is available. With blessings from Ian, which we got to make sure this week we get shirts out to them.
Yes.
That they had requested. How awesome is that? That I was like, hey man, just want to let you know we got them done and they're ready to go. He's like, yeah, send me mine. I was like, okay. So we'll be sending some to Ian and Jamie. And we appreciate you guys. So what else? What did I miss?
Well, we do have some new stickers coming.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, they just shipped today.
Oh, the Kona, #Kona5 sticker will be available coming very, very soon.
Yeah.
So grab those stickers. And guys, tonight, this print is available for $20.
$20.
Hit us up at the website. So it's available. Go to YouTube. All Sketchy Lives are available. Thanks for
Forgot to post that.
Yep. Make sure you say like and that you subscribe. I'd love to see some viewership. Please tell your friends to check out Sketchy Live, at least on YouTube. I'd love to see some more people going there.
Here's what would be cool. I feel like we do a pretty interactive Monday night show.
We try.
So I'm reading comments. We're listening to what you guys are saying. You're part of our story going on. I would love more people being a part. I think it would just add to how much more fun it would be to hear people's take on things and be like, is she really this stupid? Yes.
You know what I really love? The fact that you're asking viewers for more viewers.
I am. Share it. Well, look at it. Like the Randalls said that they had their.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. The McCoys said no.
Forced.
It was the. Who was it that said that they had? I think it was the Randalls.
She didn't take notes.
It was the Randalls. The Randalls said that they had their nephew there.
It was probably Paul Revere.
It might have been.
What's that got to do with the Beastie Boys?
I don't know.
In any case, we got to make a T-shirt of that. Anyway, so we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. But yeah, look for more coming soon in the future. We appreciate all the support. Yeah, and I'm diligently working to try to get the second camera added to add to the fun. You roll your eyes, but it's going to be awesome if I could just figure out how to do it. So
people can see me do this.
This is great. Yeah, do what you were doing. It was so good. But anyways, thanks so much for hanging out.
Thanks, guys.
We will see you guys.
This is a long-winded outro.
It is a long outro. Because I felt like I'm missing something. The Cinch Sacks!
Cinch Sacks! Yes! And because we don't have them on the website yet because I never sent them the stuff.
Yeah, well, they're coming.
I gotta get them the photo. Well, they're available.
Yeah, they're coming.
We have Cinch Sacks.
Cinch Sacks with the Johnny Jalopy logo on it.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff. And more to come. Who knows?
Who knows?
We're always you were looking at bottle openers. We don't know. There could be all kinds of crazy stuff.
We don't know. Thanks
for hanging out with us. Stay sketchy. We'll see you guys next Monday. You appreciate what you do. That's pretty good. You almost.
I know. Were you holding your breath? Why were you holding your breath? They can't see you breathing.
In a freeze frame, you have to hold your breath.
They can't see you
breathing.
breathing.
You can hear it.
Whatever.
Bye.